Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. Today I have a three-pile, pick-a-pile card reading. I have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So before I get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that nothing is absolute, okay? This could resonate or it could not resonate. If you're having a happy life and everything's going okay, and something in the card says something devastating, then the reading is not for you, okay? Don't make it fit if it doesn't fit, okay? Please subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. Somebody might need it. And I definitely like to see the comments. To my subscribers, welcome back. And to any new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you're here to gain some healing energy. So, today's question is, how can I release unwanted human desires involving addictions? Okay, this is what we're asking the universe today. So, from today until the 31st, the pick of cards will involve personal healing. Okay, so if you want to browse through the pick of piles, I think I started on the 13th, or actually on the 12th maybe. I decided on the 12th that we would do some energy healing through the cards, getting some advice. So if you want to stick with us until the end of the year to see if there's anything in there that resonates with you, any kind of questions, and maybe you might find some healing for yourself. Okay? I'm not here to change your mind on anything or make you think a certain way or tell you what to do. I'm only here to make you think, all right, and use your own decision on how you want to move forward in your life, because you are the master of your own destiny. Okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to start with pile number 1. Okay, so this is for pile number 1, and the question was, how can I release unwanted human desires involving addictions? Let's find out. Okay, well, this is something new. We have the buffalo skull. And the buffalo skull represents sacredness and reverence for life. All right? So you might hold something sacred to your heart. Okay? And perhaps you've had a change of heart when it comes to your life. You could be dealing with some sort of addiction that is unhealthy for your, being of living, right? These addictions can be anything, It doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol. It can be doing other things, hoarding, you know, watching too much TV, video games, overeating. It can be anything. Shopping, you know. So let's go ahead and find out what we have here. First we have the Six of Cups. Next we have the Magician. We have the King of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Emperor. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Magician again. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the World. Okay. So it seems that we have 5 major arcanas. 5. Okay, we have 5 major arcana here. Somebody is definitely trying to manifest something, and they're trying really, really hard. This might be you, okay? And you could hold the energies of an emperor, somebody who has all the qualities of a king, of all the kings, excuse me. And we have the strength card, which represents having strength in some situation. And then we have the world, all right? So let's find out what's going on here. We have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups represents remembering someone from the past. And you may be trying to manifest this person. You could be the King of Hats or having the energy of the King of Hats in this situation. And we also have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is looking back. He's looking back at the past. The past. And, you know, you could be the Emperor here also. Or there could be an emperor involved in your life, somebody holding that energy, right? But you are trying to manifest truth, right? Truth. You want to work on something. And this emperor here, you can be this emperor and you could be holding the energy of the King of Hats in this situation, right? We also have this strength card here. Perhaps you're needing that strength to go back to that person, the person of the past. And you're trying to manifest emotions. And maybe you have shared your emotions with this person. You're trying to build the strength and manifest the strength to show your emotions to this person. And when you come in to speak to this person, you're going to speak the truth. You want to have an emotional new beginning with this person. And you want to work on something with them because you believe that this person is your world. Right? So there could be a little bit of codependency here. Because you're really, really, really trying to manifest this. Now, one thing is here, is you can't make anybody love you if they don't love you. You can't force that on anyone, right? You want to have a new start. You feel like this person is your world. You know, you want to come in and tell the truth. You want to give them emotions. You're having a little issue, a little problem doing that, though. You seem to be holding something within that's preventing you from sharing your emotions. It might be that truth, you know? And you may be nervous that this person may cut you off and just end this situation altogether. So you could have a slight codependency issue, and you could have issues with telling the truth. You know, sometimes people can just lie to others because they figure that no one's going to get mad, everybody's going to be okay, and it's better than telling the truth. Once you start doing that type of thing, you become getting used to it. And you find out, oh, I'm just going to say this because I don't want any problems and I don't want to have any issues. So I'll just say this. It shouldn't hurt anybody. But you know what? Lies can be devastating. And you know what? Lies always come to the surface. You cannot hide them forever, even the smallest of lies. So you may be addicted to not speaking the truth. And this is why you're wanting to manifest this so badly, because even though you know, when you come back to that person of the past, you know that you have to tell the truth. It's difficult for you. And you're trying to hang on to them because possible codependency to another person. Okay? You want to work on this with them. You feel like they're your world, but there's a few things that you need to fix first before you come forward, because you can be that magician all around. But like that one song goes, I can't make you love me, right? It's a very touching song, heartfelt song. Because you can't make anybody do anything that they don't want to do. And using magic to do it is deception, dishonesty. It's like lying. And the lies always come back. They always come to the surface. If you're trying to start something new with somebody, they'll find out about your deception and they will resent you for that, because you may have prevented them from missing opportunities that they might want in their life, right? So maybe you didn't even realize that you have these issues, you know? And basically, because, this came out like this, it's because of, your sacredness to not want things to go bad. You want this sacred union, possibly, right, with another person. And you're starting to have reverence for life. You've changed your ways, but lying is not the way. Honesty, truth, that's the way. You need to commit yourself to telling the truth from now on. Okay? So at the end, we will definitely have some cards to pull to find out what kind of, advice we can get in these situations. Okay? So I'm going to move on to pile number 2, and I'll see you guys at the end. Okay, so here's for pile number 2, and the question is, how can I release unwanted human desires involving addictions? All right. Now these can actually be any kind of addictions. It doesn't have to be just alcohol and drugs and whatever. It can be things like, shopping, watching too much TV, possibly hoarding. It can be anything involved to human behavior. Okay. So let's go ahead and find out what we have. Okay, we have the angel. And the angel represents guardian of hope and wonder. I just saw 1414, if that means anything to any of you guys. But I also like to tell you that maybe it's time for you to call upon your angels for help, to stay hopeful in a situation. Okay? Let's go ahead and find out what we have here. First we have the lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, justice, the Hermit, the Queen of Rods, The Queen of Pentacles. The Knight of Rods. The Nine of Pentacles. Temperance. The Ten of Swords. The Hanged Man. And the Tower. Something's going on here for pile number 2, okay? We have 5 major arcanas here, 5. And it involves a lover, perhaps something in the justice system, being patient or tempering a situation, being stuck, and then something just absolutely crashing down and ending. So let's find out exactly what's going on. So we have the lovers here. So this involves you and another person, of course. Somebody that you have love for, possibly. Okay. You have manifested something and you are trying to watch these seeds grow, but something has happened where justice had to be had in this situation. Either you did something or someone else did something. My mistake. We have 6 major arcanas here. Definitely something going on. 6 major arcanas. Okay, 6. Next we have the Hermit. Okay, so whatever has happened in this situation, this love situation, that justice had to be had here, it has sent you into the hermit mode to reflect on your life. I don't normally like to say this, but you may have had to be subjected to some sort of incarceration. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be, okay? But it may have happened. And it involves the Queen of Rods and the Queen of Pentacles. 2 women in your life. Right? You're holding the energy of the Knight of Rods. And you are facing the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is a person who is single, and it's usually a woman. And she is financially stable. And she can definitely take care of herself. She is also very much protected, as signified by the bird on her hand, because birds signify, can signify angels, kind of like this angel of hope that we have right here. So this is a very protected person, a protected woman. We have this Queen of Rods here, and this Queen of Rods up here, she's looking like she's not really moving forward or moving backwards. She's just kind of stagnant herself. This could be you holding this energy too. The energy of the Queen of Rods, who was stuck in the hermit mode. This could have been you. And you could have been dealing with a Queen of Pentacles, somebody from the past. Not necessarily the same woman, because the Queen of Pentacles is a married woman. Right? The Nine of Pentacles is a single woman. So you may be looking towards this single woman who is protected, and you're wanting to give a passionate message. It could involve love, as signified as being under the Lover's card. And this single woman may have been something you've tried to manifest. You could feel like you can have justice in this situation, right? And you've been very temperate on the situation at hand. Signifying the Hermit card underneath that, we have the Ten of Swords, so you definitely may have had to deal with some sort of... You could have been put into rehab also. This is another possibility, okay? Because of addictions. These two women, this Queen of Rods and this Queen of Pentacles, they could have been part of your addictions. They could have been also involved, perhaps, drug addictions, heavy drugs, right? Because of these drugs, you may have felt stabbed in the back because you may have gotten in trouble with those drugs. They could have been supplying you with the drugs or keeping you, you know, dependent on them. And we have the Hanged Man, and that's being stuck, again, stuck in your head. And perhaps the tower did come down on you. Perhaps you were the Hanged Man stuck in the tower, this tower. And you see in the tower card, they usually have people falling out of the windows and lightning, but it doesn't seem like anybody's falling out of there. So maybe they're still inside, trapped in that tower. And that could be you trapped in there. And it could be because of drug use, heavy drug use, addictions. Okay? So it's looking like here that you've had so many things happen against you. You've had to go through the justice system. You may have even been incarcerated. You've been stabbed in the back, forced to be stuck in a position. You may have been put there by the Queen of Rods, a fire sign. And it could involve this Queen of Pentacles, earth sign, who has put you in this tower, stuck there, kind of like Rapunzel, right? Like Rapunzel, let down your hair so I can rescue you type of thing, right? But it doesn't seem like anybody's rescuing you, does it? Or did it, right? So now you're thinking, you know, you're over those two people and you want to move forward to this Nine of Pentacles, this single woman, this protected woman. This woman who's patient. And in this card, we have somebody standing there with one foot in the water and one foot on land. So she's balanced, definitely. She may be like an earth angel. She has the halo and the wings. She's blessed. But you've been stabbed in the back, and it's kind of hard for you to come up with a solution because maybe you haven't been incarcerated yet, or you haven't been in trouble or forced to go to rehab yet. Okay? Maybe you haven't got there yet, but it's in your future. Why? Because of these women right here. These energies. And we can hold male and female energies, doesn't matter what sex you are. This could also involve same-sex relationships. Right? Tweedledee and Tweedledum, two men. Queen of Rods, Queen of Pentacles, two women. But in this row, we have one man and one woman. So whatever's going on here, there could be repercussions for drug use and addictions. And it's suggested that you try to release yourself of these addictions. Okay? It's probably the best way to move forward in your life, to have a good, healthy life. You may have an angel following you around too, to give you hope. She may be trying to make you wonder about your life right now and how you're going to move forward, because you've been deceived by these women. Even though somebody has been in front of you, somebody pure and good this whole time. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2. And of course, we're going to have some advice at the end. So yeah, I'll see you at the end so we can figure out what kind of advice the universe has for us, okay? I'll see you there. Okay, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 3. And the question was, how can I release unwanted human desires involving addictions? Okay, and this could be any type of addictions. It doesn't have to be alcohol or drugs. It could be sex. It could be codependency. It could be shopping. It could be video games. It can be just about anything, okay? So let's go ahead and find out what exactly is going on with you, okay? Okay, so we have the Scorpion. And the Scorpion represents self-defense and protection, or defense and self-protection. It can be the same thing, self-defense and self-protection. So you may be feeling a little bit defensive over something, right? And you may be protecting something, protecting a secret, or protecting your boundaries in a certain situation, right? Let's go ahead and find out what you have here. First we have the Four of Cups. Next we have the Four of Wands. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Sun card. The Three of Cups. We have Judgment. The Four of Wands twice now. The Ace of Swords. The Chariot. Death. The King of Wands. And the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So here we have 4 major arcanas. Okay. We have the Sun card, so somebody in your life may be representative to you as the sun, your shining sunshine, right? But judgment has been made somewhere along the line to where you moved on the Chariot, you moved ahead, and you may have pretty much killed that sun or that person, their hopes for happiness with you. You may have, or they may have, killed that hope of happiness. You could be this King of Wands, or holding the King of Wands energy. So let's go ahead and find out what's going on. So we have the Four of Cups here, okay? Somebody may have made you an offer of love, some sort of commitment. They may have offered you their emotions, and you may have also offered them your emotions. And this person could have been your sunshine, that person that made you actually really happy. But something happened, and I think it involves a, three-party type of situation with this Three of Cups here. Now, the Three of Cups could be celebration, right? Happiness, joy, but it also could be 3 people involved, right? You see one person, this may have been your son, and then we see 2 other people, but you cannot see their faces, so they were hidden. They may have been hidden from this person. You may have hidden this information from somebody. And we have this judgment card here. It's a possibility that they found out, placed judgment on you. They may have refused your offer, or you refused their offer. That offer of happiness, it was refused because the truth came out, and it was harsh. It was a harsh truth. And maybe you ended up moving forward with someone else because somebody didn't like being involved in, situation where other people are involved. You didn't put them first. So an end came to that situation that you gave your emotions to, where love was offered, where this person was your sunshine. You brought other people into the relationship. You were the King of Wands, so passionate. But you weren't passionate for one individual, you were passionate for many. And the judgment was made because you were sharing your love with more than just that one person, that person who was your son. Now that person's not in your life anymore. And you may feel some sort of sadness because the judgment was made that they wanted to just cut you off and move forward on their own, find new love and new passion, new emotions with someone else. So in this pile, this card situation, you may have a problem with a sex addiction because it shows that you basically, you loved somebody, you considered them your sunshine. You may have spoken about marriage, having a family, and things like that, but you shared your love with other people, and this person found out. Could be a man or woman. You could be a man or a woman watching this, but you definitely shared your love with someone else or other people. And the King of Wands can be a monogamous husband or partner, but you weren't. You were not. And a judgment was made on you because of you sharing your passions with others, because you couldn't control yourself. You had no self-control. So you may have an issue with sex addictions and self-control. If you don't know why you do it, even though you have someone you love so much on your mind, you cannot resist. And this can be a problem, definitely. Okay? And this is why, the relationship that you really actually wanted ended, because you couldn't keep it together. You couldn't refrain. You had no willpower. You presented weakness. And there is help for this sort of thing. There is help. Other things could be involved, though. It could be alcohol and drugs also. When you drink a lot, you tend to not really know what you're doing. You can be taken advantage of, or, something like that, or drugs can make you feel a certain way at a certain time, and you may, start being a philanderer, unable to hold back your passions. So let's go ahead and find out what the universe has for advice, and maybe we can come up with a solution of some sort for all of the piles, because they're all very different, and you know, we all have problems, we all have things that we need to help ourselves with, but these may seem kind of serious. So let's go ahead and find out. Okay, so I'll see you guys at the end. Okay, so we made it to the end, you guys, and it seems like, yeah, some very serious addictions that we have. We have codependency, we have drug use, we have sex addictions, all right? So we are asking the universe, what kind of advice can we have for the viewer in regards to how can I release unwanted human desires involving addictions, okay? They're pre-shuffled, and I will go ahead and start with the surrender cards. See what the universe would like you to try and surrender in this time in regards to how can I release unwanted desires involving addictions for the viewer. Let's find out. Okay. Here's the first card. Oh, Buddha, please show your wisdom for the viewer in regards to how can I release unwanted human desires involving addictions. Yes, for the viewer. Okay. So let's find out what kind of advice we have for these things that were involved in these piles, okay? Okay. Very fitting for this situation, very fitting. It's times like these that make my heart start beating so quick because of how close it is and realistic it is to the question we're asking. The universe is really definitely here to help, okay? Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and be surrounded by positive people. So when it comes to these addictions that we've spoken about in the piles, you could be involved in unhealthy relationships that are keeping you in that negative energy, okay? Codependency, this is toxic. Drug use, causing you to be in third-party situations, become a philanderer, toxic. Sex addictions, somebody who could be, luring you in to have sex a lot with different partners or whatever, whatnot. Toxic. All of those situations are unhealthy relationships with people. If you're involved with people that are promoting this kind of activity, you need to cut those people out of your life. That's the first step into healing this. Okay? I know it's difficult. You may know these people for a long time. They could even be family members. But if they are doing this to you, they're killing you, basically. Because all these addictions can lead to death. Somebody's keeping you codependent on them for some reason. How are they doing this? Ask yourself. Is it healthy? Drug and alcohol use. Definitely. Health issues from that. Definitely. I lost my brother from a drug addiction. His health declined and he died. He was my most favorite relative out of all the relatives I have. I was devastated when I found this out. Sex addictions. Sexually transmitted diseases that can kill. And you put many others at risk by doing this. You must let go of unhealthy relationships with family, people you think that are your friends, and relationships that keep you stuck in this. Let's find out what Buddha says. Skull cup of the inner offering. Giving creates the flow of health and love. The inner offering. The universe is offering you something. The universe is offering you this chance to change. They are giving you another chance to find good health and love in your life. This is your chance right here, and it's time to make a choice because the universe is offering this to you right now. Either you can accept the offer from the universe, or you can remain in this unhealthy relationships that can bring demise to your life, can end your life as we know it. You know, so many side effects of drug use. Codependency. You can be codependent on somebody because of drugs, because of their activities. They can put you in bad situations that can get you in trouble. Do you want that for yourself? I want to go ahead and refer to the book when it comes to the skull cup. Okay? This is card number 9. If that means anything to anybody, you can look it up under angel numbers or meaning of the number 9. It doesn't necessarily have to be angel numbers. Okay? The inner offering. The inner offering is a heavenly, symbolic offering visualized in the highest tantric practices of Tibetan Buddhism. It is a symbol of the work needed to transform the mind. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting chills. It is a symbol of the work needed to transform the mind to overcome the illusions of our life. What we think life is, what we think is good, desirable, and normal, and anything else that obscures the truth and the ability to reach enlightenment. You guys have no idea what type of synchronistic activity this is going on for me right now. Not because of these addictions, you know. I'm addicted to cigarettes, I will admit. I'm definitely going to quit that soon. But I have had these past problems, not really the sex addiction because I've always been in long-term relationships, but with drugs, alcohol, codependency, I have been there. I have. But I've released those things, and the final thing I'm working on is nicotine. And they say that nicotine is just as hard as quitting as like heroin. But I'm going to get there because I want to live a long life. But I did read about this today, about this enlightenment and, realizing what's right and what's wrong and all this. Let's continue. Let me continue reading. A cup made of human skull rests on 3 heads, representing past, present, and future time, and also the practitioner's body, speech, and mind that are purified with spiritual practice. The single fissure at the front of the skull cup represents the fact that we need both method and wisdom to reach enlightenment. The tried and true teachings and writings of all practitioners before us. Oh my God, you guys. And the cultivation of our intellect. On either side of the skull cup, a sandalwood pole topped with yak tails. Victory flags flutter in the wind from each pole, stirred up by the flames below the skull cup. This card represents a celebration. It's not so easy to overcome our conditioning and the ways of the world. The flame also indicates the intense focus on practice that builds up heat in the human energetic system. Fire flares up from the heat, melting and boiling all the products of human existence and life in the world, including the 5 waste products of human body, transforming them into elixir called Amrita. When spiritual practice bears fruit, the body's energies dissolve and move up the central channel. This is symbolized by the white syllable Ah, A-H, above the skull cup. I don't think you guys can see that symbol, can you? In the rainbows above, there's a little symbol there, a yellow symbol. Okay. The fire of intense practice burns away all impurities in the heart, body, and mind. It opens up central channel, and the energy, now awakened and enlivened, pierces through the chakras to bring enlightenment. Unbelievable, you guys. Can you believe what I just read? And how it absolutely coincides with surrender unhealthy relationships? And how both of these cards together coincide with the piles. Unbelievable. I cannot believe this. I'm shocked myself. I'm absolutely shocked. It appears that the universe has heard us. And the universe knows that I'm here to try and help you heal yourself and myself. It is unbelievable that these cards came out like this. You guys saw me shuffle these oracles. Okay? I do the same thing with the cards, but I don't think you guys are kind of patient enough to watch the shuffling, so I try to do it really quickly right before. I don't waste any time. I start right away. I don't want any type of lingering energies. I just shuffle the cards, split them up, and I put them down. Maybe one day I'll show you my process of how I do that, because just so you see what I do in order to set up the cards, so you have knowledge of what exactly or how exactly I split them up. But this is absolute amazement right now of how much the universe is trying to heal us for the new year. I almost feel like crying, but I'm not going to, because I'm feeling the strength inside to just accept this advice. And I want to cry for happiness, not for sadness. I want to cry because, yes, the universe is here to help us, all of us. And we can do this. I know I can do it. I've already passed through 2 difficult addictions. And, one of them I had to pass through because, I lost somebody. It was a wake-up call. And that person, I shouldn't have lost that person in order to heal myself. It's almost like they sacrificed themselves to teach me because they want me to survive. And I honor them for that. People may speak of this person, poorly, but this person, he's my hero. And he deserves to be remembered as such and honored. So I hope this helped somebody out there today. This is verification of how the universe definitely wants to heal us, because, we can heal, and there's opportunity here for us to heal, and how much is waiting for us when we do health and love. But first we must love ourselves, right? So we can heal. In order for us to heal, we first must learn to love ourselves. Because the reason why you do these things is because you are punishing yourself for some reason. And you don't deserve that punishment, because the universe, God, your angels, your ancestors, whoever it is you pray to, they love you unconditionally, whether you do good or bad. If they can do that for you, you can do that for yourself. Definitely. So I'm going to end it right here, and I am sending you guys healing energy to help you to fight off these addictions and to release yourself from any of these unhealthy relationships. Even if you have to, go out on your own and leave everything behind. To be quite honest, I did that. I'm in solitude right now. The only people I have are you guys. And I share my knowledge with you because I want you to heal and I want to heal. And I know that the universe will have something good for me in the future. But healing must happen first. Because I don't want to start anything with anyone with all this baggage, right? Baggage. Nobody likes no baggage. So I want to heal myself so I can be the absolutely most perfect mate for someone out there. So I'm going to let you go. I'm Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. And I'll definitely see you next time for this healing energy. Bye.